welcome to another vlog. Normally at the end of a vlog I like to do a little rundown, and that didn't happen in my last one because I got some very sad news whilst we were finishing off the studio yesterday. That sweet little Olive had to be put to sleep. She had an amazing day on Saturday, running around, grabbing toys, wagging her tail, eating, drinking. I think she was even playing with Kiki at one point. But Saturday night she just declined. She didn't sleep. Her breathing wasn't right. On Sunday she wasn't right. She went back to the vets on Sunday. We stayed. I obviously wasn't feeling too well, so our plans had changed, but we stayed a little later so that I could go with my mum to the vets because my sister wasn't around, and I was more than happy to. My mum's vet is amazing. He wanted to do absolutely anything he possibly could to help her. She was having, because she's got a mass on the top of her heart, it's inoperable, and it was pressing against her windpipe. The aim was to try and make this mass smaller so that she could continue being herself. You know, we're aware of it. If it were to get bigger again or whatever, then we'd know. And I understand things do take time, but she just wasn't getting any better, and if anything, getting worse. She ended up going back to the vets again on the Monday morning, and then it came to Monday afternoon, late afternoon, and my mum gave me a call and just said, you know, it's her time now. It's just nothing's working, and it's her time to get a bit of peace, which was very difficult, and I had a big cry yesterday. But it's just so hard when, you know, an animal's looking at you and they're trying to communicate with you, and especially when they're in pain, they don't know what's going on. And I think it was the selfless thing to do was to stop her pain. So that's what was done. And it was tough. I mean, I wasn't there, which I felt shit about. She had 10 glorious years, but she was Luna's first best friend. That's what I say, her first best friend. And they kind of grew up together. They're only a year apart. Olive's 1 year younger than Luna. So when I was looking through photos and videos on my phone, it was quite hard, and I now think about going back to my mum's and what that'll be like, her not being there. I also worry about my mum because she lost her dad earlier this year. She started the year off shit with my granddad being unwell, and then him passing. He was getting better and had a care plan was to come out, and he just declined. And that's similar to Olive, she just declined. And it's just, yeah, I was really worrying about her last night, but I spoke to her this morning. She's doing really, I didn't say really well, but she's doing well. She went to go see a friend today, but she struggled to sleep last night. Olive would sleep on the bed with my mum, and Olive was like my mum's little sidekick. That's the update. It's fucking shit. I fucking love animals, but I hate it when it gets to the point where they get unwell and it's their time to go. So on a cheerier note, we've got our first shoot in the studio tomorrow with teeny tiny Carmen, which I'm really excited for. It obviously doesn't look like I am. It's just been a day. It's 6 p.m. It's been a day. Yeah, that'll be a big milestone for me because toddler photography, young infant photography is something I've been wanting to get into for a while. And it's the first video that's happening in the studio video. And it's the first shoot that's happening in the studio. So two little medals to get tomorrow. The studio is open. The first one is in. And it's the first shoot that I hope I end up doing many of. So I'm hoping for a lot of joy in this vlog, and just to stay on track, work on myself. I will perk up tomorrow. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I just need to get out this funk, or digest this funk. So it's studio day today. I'm really excited. Andrew and I were here last night, fiddle-faddling around to try and get this set looking perfect. I think I'm trying to keep my expectations low, so I'm not disappointed if I don't get what I want, but also because I'm overthinking everything and I think I'm not good enough, which I think is imposter syndrome. But also, this is my first infant shoot, and sometimes infants are unpredictable, and I don't blame them. It's a little bit daunting being in a studio and their lights and stuff like that. It's a new environment. So I really hope Carmen's gonna play ball. Even if I just get one photo that I love, I'll be absolutely over the moon. I've just been wanting to do this for such a long time. Not necessarily this specific kind of shoot, just shooting infants, young children, toddlers, babies, kids. I think there's just such an innocence about them, and I just, catching candid moments of them laughing or having a good time. I just think images like that are priceless. It is all set up. We were putting things in, taking it away. A part of me thinks the rug is a bit distracting, but at the same time, I wanted there to be pops of pink, which that's what the rug is. I'm so happy. I can't wait. Yummy. Go on, claw it. Yay, yummy.
I can see it in your eyes. I can feel it in your heart. I can hear it in your voice. Though you haven't said that through an empty bottle, I can see it all so clear. All these broken pieces will be scattered in the wind.
Come on, Grace, get the funk. Shocker, it's been a while. I think the last time I ever really picked up my camera bar this morning, I was with Grace and we were shooting some photos with Carmen, which went amazing. I got some fab shots. I was very, very nervous beforehand, but I ended up having a really good time. I really felt in my element and definitely learnt a lot. So I've edited some of those photos, and it's Carmen's birthday this Saturday, so I'm thinking of doing a little special something, which I'll take you along with on the next vlog. But for now, I thought that we could do a little bit of self-care together. So I'm currently in the shit room, which has been our main bedroom, a spare bedroom, and it's been an office, and now it's back to a spare bedroom / office. All of this stuff, all of this is gonna go, it's gonna get all sorted, managed, should I say, and it's gonna be a full-on second bedroom, spare bedroom, guest bedroom. But this desk is gonna go, or this wooden contraption that's been built to be a desk is gonna be shortened, moved, cut off to be in front of the window, and that's where I'll be getting ready. And then we're going to make some wardrobes either side, all DIY, all plan on doing it this summer. So, subscribe, be a part of the family if you want to see that journey too. The box room is currently wardrobe room, get ready room. However, now this has been built and is no longer my desk, I'm getting ready here because it's just better. natural light and all that. But that'll end up being a mini office, a little music room, and Andrew and I are going to start doing some music. It's stuff that we've been fiddle-faddling with for a while. We both studied music and have been into music and whatnot. I'm self-taught piano, but I sing. I studied in Brighton for like a year and had a bit of a breakdown and stopped education, full stop. Another story for another day. But I love music. I'm definitely allowing that to help my anxiety at the moment. Listening to music, singing always does the trick. I've got my piano up against the wall in the corner, got a guitar and a bass and things like that, but we are going to make that box room into an office / music-y room. But it'll be good, it'll be really good. But in order to do that, we kind of need to do stuff in stages. Going on to my next segment of self-care today, in the sense of stuff that's been bubbling in my brain and kind of like maybe like niggling at me and bothering me a little bit, I have addressed this morning. And that's more bits I need to take to the office that don't really serve a purpose here. Andrew's now gone away for a couple of days, and I don't always need him to help me do things. I'm quite up for taking that in and just getting it out the house. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, but I feel like it'll be enough to not be so cluttered everywhere. I am having my battles with the office. My intentions were to bring you yesterday to the office. I am on my period at the moment, and I know that has its elements of joy. However, I just wasn't expecting to have as many panics as I did yesterday. It was lovely to see Helen and to be in the office. We went in with the intentions to drop some stuff off. So Andrew and I went in, unloaded, and then he went off to a PT session, and I was like, yeah, no, I'll be fine. And I kind of knew that was what was happening anyway. But no, I just, as soon as he left, I don't know whether it's subconsciously, but I had a bit of a panic. Andrew makes me feel safe and has literally been an amazing husband to get me through what I've been like re-experiencing at the moment. But yeah, yesterday was a challenge. I had to wait like 2 hours for him to get back. It was like he left with like half an hour to get to the gym, have his PT session, then it's half hour back. So all in all, it ends up being 2 hours, and it was the longest 2 hours ever. I got panicky. I assessed the situation and was like, okay, I'm going to go into the city. I'm going to get some painkillers because mine have just worn off. Something else I forgot. As I was walking up there was someone on Instagram that messaged me saying, oh, visit this shop in, I think it's called like Naturals Norwich or something, or it's opposite Gerald's. And you go in there are two lovely women. I don't know whether they're in there all the time, but the duo that I saw were really, really lovely. And I was like, they're like, oh, hello, how can I help you? And I was like, I'm really anxious and need help. Just kind of vomited my worries by saying that, I guess. So they recommended this Passiflora. It tastes like grass. Hang on a second, I need to wet my beauty blender. I have tried with anxiety before herbal remedies, and I think maybe like my depression and anxiety was just like all a bit too much, that the only thing that would sort it all out would be medication from the doctors, and that's fine. However, I'm a very happy person. Every day is different, but I would say I am a consistently happy person. I don't need to be on anything, nor do I want to be on anything. I can't remember the girl's name, but we had like a lengthy conversation on Instagram, and I'm really embarrassed I can't remember her name. Thank you so much if you do watch my YouTube. I can't thank you enough, because I feel like I could go back in there again, because I did say, look, if it doesn't work, or you feel like it just wasn't for you, there are some other things to try. Picked up some painkillers, forgot period stuff, which was probably more important than the painkillers, well, equally as important. Went back to the office and just, I could not focus on my work. I could just not focus. I just was not having a good time. It was a struggle. I'm proud of myself that I survived. It's not like I was going to die or anything, but I just was so incredibly just panicky, just not good, and I don't want to experience that ever again. Looking at it, Sandra ended up picking me up after PT and then took me home. I just cried in the car, which is great. And we were just trying to break it down a bit. He was like, okay, well, maybe next time when we go in, it won't be so, right, we dropped a load of stuff off. You know, he left me, and then maybe that's what I just had like a subconscious freak out because he wasn't there. I rely on Andrew probably more than I should, but I'd rather just get a bit more independent slowly than go in hardcore, and it just is what it is at the moment. I'm not going to make that a negative thing. So yesterday was I feel very, very drained today. I felt so sleepy when I got home, had a bit of food, and just felt exhausted. The exhaustion from anxiety blows my mind. So on with the self-care, as I'm saying, but I thought I would do my makeup. I don't need to do my makeup. I'm not necessarily seeing anyone or doing anything that would necessarily warrant me to wear makeup and look presentable. I'll have my shower and like wash my face and do my skincare, but I think I'm going to put some makeup on. It might make me feel a bit better as well. Maybe give me that extra boost to help me leave the house, I don't know. So far so good. I am dressed and presentable. My hair is a bit greasy and my preference would have been to wash it, but I couldn't be bothered. That's where I drew the line. I'll put makeup on, but I'm not going to wash my hair. Got my new trousers on. I'm thinking of maybe doing a little try on later to show you what clothes I've been loving and what's been making me feel good as well, to get on this whole feel goodness day. So it's not a lot of stuff, but it's enough for me to make a difference and that could potentially be helpful. Like, that's all product stuff, that's GoPro stuff, but I like the container, which could do good that could do well on the shelves. This is an acrylic folder thing, that's all props, a plant because I've got so many in the house, I'm going to take one with me, and then some extras in there. It is going to be an up and down stairs job, but I'm going to park outside and just do it and feel like it's been a box ticked.
Come a little closer, I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower, I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight.
I did it. No, it was only putting like a few things into the office, but I went in, I feel like I've achieved something. Now I'm going to try and not run over some people that have babies. You see someone driving with their hazards on, you would assume that maybe getting out the way might be a good idea. Right, so I've done that now. I'm going to go to Dunelm, I think. The dogs need some blankets for their bed because they had a poo explosion at the weekend. And I'm going to look for a plant pot. I looked in Tiger yesterday and Primark, and I'm thinking it's going to be a Dunelm home base kind of thing. Where have I got my plant pots before? Oh god, I can't remember. Oh, I know where they are. Where some good ones are. Sainsbury's. Habitat. Too pricey, like. I just want to try and keep out the house. Just for an hour. I've been half an hour. Probably not even that. Maybe it's we do a little bit of mooching. Mooch. Let's go mooch for at least an hour. And then go back home.
I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love.
So I'm back home now. I feel a lot happier being at home. But I'm happy that I went out. I accomplished some stuff. That was great. I did go to Dunelm. and it was busy, so I didn't whip my camera out, and I always think that people are going to tell me off, so I didn't take you with me, but I got a plant pot. I was thinking, oh, this will be really nice on my desk, but I'm also thinking that it's a bit too colourful. Maybe it's not, but it's like scalloped at the top. It's giving me tulip vibes. For £8, it's actually quite big, and I like it. It feels expensive as well. I might go into the office tomorrow and put my plant in there, or I might keep this at home and trade in another plant and bring in another plant pot. Just basically do a swap. I also picked up a meal deal. Yes, it's 4 o'clock. All I've eaten today is 3 cookies, which isn't good for mind, body and soul. But whenever I do get, it's not a meal deal, I got some hula hoops, which me, Ralph and Luna and Kiki always share. Whenever I get a meal deal, it's sharing is caring. And then I just got a chicken and sweet corn sandwich, and it's just to eat something. I'll probably have half the sandwich and then some hula hoops, and then I'm gonna end up eating again in like a couple of hours. So boy wants some hoops. Boy wants to hoops. She's ready, and Kiki is on standby. It's dinner time, and I'm eating a little bit later than I thought I would, because I've just been sitting on the couch watching Ricky Gervais outtakes on YouTube whilst editing some more photos for Grace. I think I just want to get them all done and sent over to her, so she can let me know what her favourite ones are, and I might do something with them. So yeah, I was in a bit of an editing hole really, and we've just been having thunderstorms and lightning, and the dogs have been going nuts. So I'm going to put the air fryer on 180 for 20 minutes. I am just going to have a jacket potato. This is like one of my go-to meals that doesn't hurt my stomach, or my stomach tolerates it, and is fairly low calorie, although I'm not really calorie counting at the moment. When we did a food shop, I got a massive bag of stone baked, slow baked white jacket potatoes by McCann. I think it's McCann's. They're just, yeah, frozen. And I just grabbed one of them out of the freezer, shove it in the Ninja air fryer for 20 minutes, 180 on bake. And then I tend to have like leftover bolognese or chili on top, or I have tuna and sweet corn. Just fairly simple. I haven't had any issues, and it's really quick. So I'm going to let it do its thing, and I'm going to continue editing. I'm in Photoshop, and we work off of Capture One, where we did all of these photos in real time, and it saves it to them. I find it more enjoyable than Lightroom. Not doing stuff real time with Lightroom, but just editing in Lightroom full stop. I feel like any presets I use, they're just so aggressive, and my images just look so processed. So I'm preferring using Capture One. I don't feel like it's as aggressive, and I just end up liking the images a lot more. I got these little tiny coming. Some of them, like this image in particular, I feel like is a bit blue, and I think that's the background. But it's just because of the lighting and like flash and stuff. There's a mixture of natural light as well as flash and things like that. Some of the flashes misfired, and I really liked them. I couldn't not put this in the file. We tried to do bubbles, and she got on board eventually. Does this say it? Yeah. Had to put that one in there. This is real life. It didn't all go according to plan, but it's fine. Oh, I just love them. Look at her. Love them. So I have still got like 100 more photos to go. I've done, 131. So there's still some I'm going to go through. I'm I'm just a bit of a perfectionist. It takes time, but times like this in the evening when you're waiting for food and stuff and you've got like YouTube on in the background, it's really not that bad. So I have edited the vlog last night. I had my dinner and then I edited till like 9:30 or something. Still not done. But what I was going to say is that my camera is a bit poorly. I'm not sure whether things like this bother you or not, but I've noticed a good few green speckles around here on pretty much all of my clips. Some are worse than others. Andrew's away at the moment. I've been doing a little research. I've cleaned the lens a good couple of times. I tend to do that anyway because it's just habit with all the camera equipment that we have, but I can't seem to figure out what the issue is. And last night, to kind of like round up the whole self-care initiative kind of day I was having yesterday, I filmed my whole nighttime routine. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise that didn't quite work out because this vlog was already like 25 minutes long, and that I kind of want that to be my max with my vlogs, because I don't want it to end up being 40 minutes or like 45-minute vlogs that not only are they just long to edit, but I waffle. I'm also very much noticing how much procrastinating I'm doing and just learning a bit about myself whilst editing these. I was like, I never really seem to get to the point, which is kind of what I'm doing now. So yeah, bottom line is that my camera needs a bit of TLC. I'm going to get Andrew to look at it at the weekend and see if he can figure out anything. It could be a setting that I'm using on here where it's peaking, or he's got some better stuff to clean the lens with. I basically just wanted to do a bit of a sign off. Thank you so much, as always, if you've made it this far. Do like, comment, subscribe, do all those wonderful things. I did have something pop up on my YouTube that I was having people watch my videos organically on YouTube that wouldn't normally, and I think that's to do with people liking my videos or leaving comments and stuff like that. It means, I think when you like a video, it then recommends it to other people that watch the same videos as you do. It was a very lovely little notification to read and just understand a bit. So thank you so much if you do like the videos, like genuinely like the videos as well, because I'm so chuffed that I'm battling this consistency and keeping up with it whilst enjoying it at the same time. This week, as I feel like I do say with most of my videos, hasn't really gone to plan. There's been some lovely things that have happened, but I've also been in a little bit of a funk. But onwards and upwards, the summer is looking exciting, next week is looking exciting. I've booked in more shoots similar to the one that I've done this week, or I've done with Carmen. So I'm really pushing that and really excited to fully submerse myself in that type of work and document it at the same time. I'm hoping also in the next vlog to share like a morning routine or an evening routine, what products I use, how I wind down for bed and stuff like that. I also didn't manage to try on some outfits that I've been wearing recently that have been making me feel good, some new clothes and bits that I've got, which some people might be interested in, but it's also very practical and makes me feel like me. I think that's always great when you find clothes that make you feel like you. I have also just bought a dress. I need to go collect it from Zara, which is a lovely smock linen dress, which I think will be perfect for Disney in November, but also good in the summer. I'll just wear my chub rub shorts underneath, but it's linen. I absolutely love linen when it's summertime, so that'll be cool by next week's vlog to have picked it up and do a little bit of a try on. That's content I like watching, so if I'm feeling confident enough, I'd like to share that too. I hope you've had a lovely week. I hope you are going into a lovely weekend. What have you got planned? Have you got any holiday plans? Anything that can make me jealous, because I've got a long wait till November. And let's start a little bit of a dialogue. Whenever I put a video up, I'm always very much hands on my phone to see if I do get any comments, because I like giving a speedy reply and just having a little bit of a chat. So hopefully I'll see you and have a conversation with you. But just as always, thank you so much for giving this video a click, a watch, a like, a comment, whatever the whole shebang is. It is truly appreciated. And I shall see you next week. I'm keeping up this streak. I'm doing it. Even if the vlogs end up being a bit boring, I'll persevere. Toodaloo and lots of love.